First at 5, though, exclusive new details tonight from the pilot that crashed his plane into a high-voltage tower Sunday night in Gaithersburg. Just hours ago, that pilot, Pat Merkel, told our Bruce LeShan that he considered landing in Frederick as the weather conditions worsened, but he decided to continue on to Gaithersburg because he did not want to disappoint people who were waiting for him and his passenger to return. Bruce LeShan talked to him live on the phone. He joins us now live from the scene.
Yeah, what is he telling you, Bruce?
Hey, Leslie, it's Merkel, who has flown in and out of here scores of times, tells me that the fog was like pea soup. He could see the ground, but he couldn't see anything in front of him. Now, experts tell me that in those conditions, on instrument approach, when you hit the minimums, you should either go around or divert to another airport. Just hours ago, workers hacked off the wings of the mangled single-engine plane and loaded it on a flatbed. Pilot Pat Merkel tells me the survival of him and his passenger is a miracle that has restored his faith in God.
I'm really getting worried. The plane is definitely moving from the wind.
Merkel and passenger Janet Williams spent about 7 hours hanging 100 feet off the ground in a plane dangling from its propeller, which was tangled in a high-voltage tower. He told the 911 operator what he thought happened.
I got down a little bit lower than I should have.
Gotcha.
I thought I was closer to the airport than I was. We could see the ground, but we couldn't see in front.
Merkel tells me as he flew over Frederick, he considered landing there. But even as the fog rolled in, he kept going toward his home airport in Gaithersburg because people were waiting for him.
The better airport in this case, under those weather conditions, would have been Frederick. It's a larger airport. They have better instrument approaches.
Former NTSB investigator Greg Fife says pilots have to be able to see the runway, even on instruments.
It gets you to a point in space where if you can't see the runway environment, you have to abandon the approach.
Merkel admitted to me that he crashed another small plane in Utah 30 years ago with his wife, his 2 children, and his nanny on board. They all survived.
If both of these crashes are determined to be his fault, should he still be flying?
It's up to the pilot to demonstrate that he did exercise good judgment.
Now, Merkel told me that he would only answer questions about what he calls misinformation that he says is being passed around. He says that his plane never hit the power line or he and his passenger would be dead, although that is really questionable. He also says that the tower and the plane itself were never electrified, and he's pretty frustrated that firefighters took hours to get them down from there. Leslie?
Hey, Bruce, Good job getting the information you were able to get. I'm curious, after hearing about 2 crashes, how many flights he's actually taken as a pilot. But what about the plane's altimeter? Was it working? Was it set properly? What do we know about that?
Yeah, that's a big question about the altimeter, something that the NTSB is definitely going to be looking into because it has to be working properly to tell you how far you are off the ground, your altitude. It also has to be set for the barometric pressure at the location where you're going. You got to check that out on your flight plan. You got to figure out what it is. If it's changes, you have to set the altimeter correctly. So they're going to be looking at that.
Still interesting that he's frustrated with the firefighters for taking so long, as he put it, to get him down, but they got him down safely. I was gonna
say, and they had to do a lot to make sure that was possible. And of course, the ripple effect from all of this too. All right, Bruce, good job.
All right.
Thanks so much.